where do you see you guys heading into this event, despite the fact that you've lost?
Well, I feel a lot better about it right now than I did at halftime of the game. You know, we showed a lot of fight, and we had a lot of guys play well, and had a chance to win the game, which, you know, at halftime I was hoping we could just keep it close the way we were performing. So I think with a young team, when they have efforts like that, they tend to feel good about themselves. And so I feel good about them and the way they finished that game. We came up short. You know, losing stinks. It's not fun, but I expect us to go down to Atlanta and have energy and be ready to play well. I don't know what it's going to translate to, but I expect us to play like we did against Virginia second half.
And how are health-wise, Sean's ankle, and was it Nick that turned his ankle recently? Yeah.
He did at the start of the game. I think they're fine. Sean, you know, he always bounces back and is ready to go. He looked fine yesterday in the office, and Nick will be ready. I think we'll be. You know, we've because of the grind of it and playing so few players, we've rested more than I've ever rested with the team. So it's good and bad. But for this year's team, I think it's been good for the guys to get a little more rest, have a little more energy, a little more balance about it.
With the full season almost complete at this point, how would you evaluate what Alex has been able to do, kind of integrating himself into everything, and where would that kind of rate with what you would kind of hope to?
Yeah. You know, I've seen strides the last month. Definitely in practice, a more aggressive Alex. You can see he's been shooting more 15 to 17 footers in games. That's where he feels more comfortable. Our low post games, not where it's going to be, not where it is now, where it's going to be in the future. I think he's playing smarter. I think he's understanding. It's really hard for him in timeouts, loud, he's moving quick. It's really hard for him. I always have a coach grab him on the way out. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. And so those areas we've come a long ways. We've really come a long ways. He feels more comfortable. You know, I thought defensively he keeps coming. He's playing smarter defensively, and so we've made strides. When you take away the first part of the year, which was taken away from him, that really is really hard on a kid, especially a freshman. If he'd have been in the system for a year or two, then missed the first 6 weeks of practice or 8 weeks, it's different. But to miss it his first year from a newcomer, it's really hard. So I'm quite honest with you, he's done great.
Did you think that impact was going to, that missed time was going to be as great as it was?
Oh, yeah.
And that surprised, or did it
Absolutely. We had a kid at Texas A&M, Ray Turner. We fought the clearinghouse forever. He missed the first. Shoot, he didn't start practicing until like December 19th. I threw him in a game on December 22nd. And it was just an energy and effort thing, but he was behind on everything the whole year. You know, same thing. And he's from America, so watched us play a lot. So I knew. I've been doing it before, so I knew it was really going to be tough.
Mark, Ashton played 6 minutes in the first half. The guys last game didn't play all the rest of the game. I just, what was behind that decision, and is that something maybe that will continue heading forward in the ACC tournament?
It was coach's decision, and I don't know if it'll continue. We'll see. We'll see how how practice goes the next couple of days, and we'll see. But that was just coach's decision not to play him.
Was it maybe something from practice, or was it just the first half of that game?
It's just a common culmination of a lot of stuff.
Do you have a philosophy with conference tournaments, and what are you bringing in from the tournaments you played before the ACC?
I love them. I grew up loving it. I mean, I loved them. I loved them as a fan. I loved them when I was played. I've loved them as an assistant coach, and I've loved them as a head coach now. Unfortunately, my team has never won a conference tournament. And we've had good teams. We've made it to a lot of semis. So But I love them. I look forward to them, and you know, especially a year like this where you know it's a chance to do something you haven't done all year. Get a great team, win a couple games in a row or something. So we'll go in. You know, we're talking about new season. Guys, hopefully will buy into that. Go down there, but I love them. I love this time of year. Usually I'd be a lot more upbeat this time of year and really excited, and I just love this time of year. I love the music, I love everything about it, I love the smell in the air, I just love it. I always have since I can remember, so I get excited, and that's what drives me to recruit harder and everything that I do, coach harder, and, just because of this time of year. That's why you leave mid-majors and to move up in this business, to be a part of you know what lies ahead the next 4 weeks. And unfortunately for us, unless we win 4 in a row, we're not going to be a part of the big one. But I just love this time of year. I think you'll see that in the future.
You talked about being probably a little less upbeat in March than you normally would be in March. How do you pull yourself out of a team that you know that struggled late and gotten tired late in the season? You know, you just focus on the next game, or what do you do?
We're just going to focus on Wake Forest. We'll focus. I think mentally, just trying to get our guys ready. That's the big thing. I think physically, we've done a lot of the right things with our weight coach and trying to get our guys legs underneath them, and all the things that we do to help our guys. I think mentally is the biggest challenge for us, because you watch us, we put our heads down pretty quick, and and that's just a team that's young or a team that's been beat down. So hopefully mentally we'll be, you know, mentally we weren't right at the start of the Virginia game. We were just weren't right, and really kind of took me acting like a fool to get everybody going, you know, our team going, our crowd going, and everything else. I really don't like acting that way, to be quite honest with you. But, hopefully we can get them mentally right. I think that's the big challenge for us, just mentally between now and Thursday at noon, just having their minds right.
With you, after a loss like that, do you give yourself a limited period to mourn, or do you, and then do you cut yourself up and say, I've got to then start focusing on the next one?
Well, it's funny. I was proud of our effort. I was really pleased with how we competed in that game, and things that we had to overcome. Sluggish start, and, you know, a guy that just was tremendous. You know, we tried to double team him, he'd turn away from the double team and still score. And, he was tremendous. So he has a normal game, we win the game. So I mean, it's that simple. They had the best player. I think he got named Player of the Year, right? Did he?
Zeller did.
Zeller did? Misinformed. Wasn't Doug, don't blame Doug. But he was good. I mean, if he plays like that down here in Atlanta in the NCAA tournament, you start talking lottery pick about with that kid. He was that good. He was the difference. And the best player, made the plays. He's a veteran, 5th-year guy. Doesn't feel any pressure in a building like this. So.
I think among a lot of people, this Maryland squad kind of is going to live or die with Terrell. To what extent do you feel that's an accurate characterization? And at this point in the game, what can you do to kind of diversify the fate of the team? You know, if Terrell isn't quite there.
I think that's an accurate statement. I think it's an accurate statement. But also, if you look, when our post guys played well, we were pretty good. And when our post guys don't play well, we're not any good. So you can say we live and die with them too. But since he's our leading scorer, everything goes back to him. The only thing I can do is play walk-ons to balance things out. And you know, we did that Sunday. It's just not enough depth. You know, Nick's getting his ankle taped. Mike Parker's in foul trouble with Georgia Tech, you know. And
Sure.
So, I mean, what do you play walk-ons? Would be my next choice. Maybe I'll do that Thursday. We'll see.
Speaking of Terrell, I guess just what sort of your general thoughts on him getting second team wise, seeing Nick getting.
Yeah, I was really happy for both of them. I think Terrell's probably disappointed. You have to ask him, he's disappointed. And, you know, it's a teaching moment for all of our guys that usually the guys that make first team, their team wins. 6 and 10 wasn't good enough. Now, if we could have been 8 and 8, I think Terrell would have been the first team. Really do. And, you know, we're a close loss at Georgia Tech and a close loss at home for being 8 and 8. Everybody's talking about how good we are. Or what a great year it's been for this young team, but we're not. And so he's second team, and a chance for me to tell him there's more to basketball than scoring. And I was kind of surprised because media voted on it here. I didn't realize it was coaches. You know, coaches I would have understood second team or third team because they see the game. But media, I thought they would put him on first team, to be quite honest with you. Not to kick you guys, but I just did. It's the first time I've got on, you know. But I just thought he would be first team after I heard media was voting on him. That make you guys feel bad? Sorry, I apologize.
It's only happened 5 times in 59 years in the league. Scoring in the league is not the first team.
Yeah.
So your point is pretty valid.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to see, you know, of those leading scores, the 5 times, what their team record was.
All of them had at least 10 losses in the league.
There you go. It's all about winning. So we'll learn from that, and he'll learn from that. Our young guys will learn from that. But I was really happy for Nick. I thought Nick deserved it. All the things that kids had to do for this team this year, it's amazing. And he's really been good down the stretch. I think he's, you know, you got the 2 freshmen at Harrison and McAdoo that don't play a lot at Carolina that are a little more highly touted coming out of high school. But, you know, those last 3 weeks of the season, Nick's probably been the best freshman. I think. Rivers, excuse me, can't forget about him. Second best. I think Nick's been good. Yeah, but I think Nick's been the second best. That's my opinion. I love Nick, so.
I know Wake's been playing a lot more zone lately.
Yeah.
How different does that make them from what you saw earlier, and how do you guys kind of have to deal with that?
Well, we haven't seen a lot of zone lately, so we're going to work on it today and tomorrow. And you know, we've seen a lot of zone. We've worked on it a lot. So does it make them different? I think they'll do both. They played Duke. They played man because Duke can shoot it. I think they'll do both on us. I think we'll see a lot of zone, but we'll be prepared for either one and hopefully play well. But you know, the big difference is we don't have Pishon and they don't have a big kid. Big kid blocked 8 shots. He gave them a chance in the game. They came storming back on us, and he was really good. So they don't have him. They don't have the depth. We don't have the depth. You know, it's college basketball this time of year, but for certain teams, certain programs, I think they're playing 7 guys. Basically, we're playing 7 guys. So it'll be a different game for sure. I mean, early in the year, we both thought we were going to win. They just beat Virginia Tech, and you know, we had Pishon and Alex, and we were all optimistic. And so it's a little different going into this game.
What would you label a success down there for your team?
Atlanta? I don't know. I want to play well. For the guys, I'd love to get a win, and then we'll worry about the next one. You know, we just, for them, because they have continued to work hard. Most part been dialed in. I'd like for them to play well enough to come out with a victory so they can feel good about themselves again. It's been a few days since that feeling, and but after that, I just want to play well. I want to fight till the end. I thought we fought till the end at Virginia the other day against Virginia. I want to fight till the end. That's all. That's what I want. I just want our guys scrapping and clawing and fighting. That's all I can ask.
A couple more.
Nick's been shooting well. He had
Don't jinx them.
Sorry, but he had the 6 turnovers on Sunday too. What's your take from his game against Virginia and where he is right now?
You got to live with the turnovers, just the dribbling out of bounds ones and things like that. 6 is too many. We all know that. but he's more under control than he was when he was earlier playing the point guard spot. Defensively, I thought we did a great job on Harris and Sammy the other day. They hit a big shot late. Nick was right there shaking hands with him. And but I thought Nick was great defensively, and this game just continues to grow. I can't imagine where he's going to be a year from now. All the things that he's experiencing and going through at such a young age, and just a kid that's totally committed like him. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun coaching him.
Mark, do you subscribe to the old axiom that the teams take on the personality of their best players? And how does that apply to you all?
Yeah, I think there's two things. Either they take on the personality of their coach, or they take. Yeah, I agree. I think if it's a dominant personality, your best player has a dominant personality, it can take over a team. Because I've seen it at different levels. So you hope your best player's dominant personality is a good one. And if it is, then it's a fun season. But yeah, I think so. This team, we've had a bunch of different leaders, and so I don't think one personality has taken over this team. I think our immaturity, to be quite honest with you, has taken over this team. And we were really getting better. And one guy that did have some maturity, even though he was a sophomore, was Pishon. I mean, we were really coming. And since then, we've continued to fight, but we just haven't been the same. If that makes sense to you. So, but so it's, I hope I answered your question.